No one was ready for this. Not the fans. Not the locker room. Not even WWE officials themselves. Just when everyone thought the mystery surrounding the masked attacker at Royal Rumble 2026 would stay buried, Seth Rollins just dropped a bombshell that changed everything. In a revelation that has sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, Rollins has allegedly confirmed the unthinkable. The masked man who brutally attacked Bron Breakker was Dean Ambrose. Yes, that Dean Ambrose. The brother. The Shield member. The man fans believed was gone forever. 4 weeks, the footage was dissected frame by frame. The walk. The strikes. The rage. The crowd thought it was a new monster. A debut. A setup. But insiders now say WWE tried desperately to silence the truth after Rollins' words leaked backstage. A source claims Rollins was overheard shouting, "I'd know that man anywhere." And from that moment on, panic erupted behind the scenes. Social media instantly went nuclear. Twitter exploded. TikTok flooded with slowed-down clips. Reddit detectives uncovered eerie similarities in fighting style that fans had missed. Suddenly, everything made sense. The fury, the precision, the personal nature of the attack on Bron Breakker. This wasn't random. This was revenge. And here's where it gets darker. Reports suggest WWE officials were not prepared for Ambrose's name to surface. Emergency meetings. Scrubbed footage. Deleted posts. Why? Because if this is true, it means Dean Ambrose never left the war behind. He just waited. Why Bron Breakker? Why now? And why did Seth Rollins finally decide to speak? Because what happened at Royal Rumble 2026 wasn't just an attack. It was the first warning shot of something far more dangerous. The fallout began seconds after Seth Rollins spoke those words. Not on camera. Not in a promo. But backstage, where truths hit harder than any chair shot. According to multiple insiders, Rollins didn't plan to reveal anything that night. It burst out of him after he saw the slowed-down Royal Rumble footage one last time. The walk. The hesitation. The violence. Rollins reportedly went pale, then furious, then silent. And then he said it. "That's Dean." The room froze. Because Dean Ambrose wasn't supposed to exist anymore. Within minutes, WWE officials were scrambling. Phones buzzing. Meetings called. Names crossed off whiteboards. One producer allegedly shouted, "Kill the footage. Now." But it was already too late. The internet had it. Fans had it. And Rollins' reaction, caught on a hot mic, spread like wildfire. The WWE universe didn't just sense a return. They sensed a reckoning. Sources say Rollins recognized something no one else could. The way the masked man attacked Bron Breakker wasn't random. It was surgical. Personal. Ambrose never fought to win. He fought to send messages. And Bron wasn't just hurt. He was humiliated. Slammed. Dragged. Left staring at the lights while the masked figure stood over him, breathing heavy, fists shaking like he was holding back years of rage. Backstage reports claim Bron refused help afterward. No trainers. No stretcher. Just silence. One witness says Bron stared at the monitor replaying the attack and muttered, "So he finally showed up." That line alone detonated the internet. Because it suggested Bron knew. Or worse, expected it. Then came the first leak. A production assistant anonymously posted that the masked man's entrance wasn't logged in the run sheet. No music cue. No camera directive. Someone manually switched the feed. Someone inside WWE made sure the attack was seen, but not explained. That detail sent fans into detective mode. Old Shield footage resurfaced. Ambrose interviews. Body language breakdowns. Reddit threads exploded with side-by-side comparisons proving the movement, the posture, the unpredictability matched one man only. Dean Ambrose. And Seth Rollins knew it. Insiders say Rollins demanded a private meeting with executives that same night. Voices were raised. A door was slammed. And one terrifying sentence allegedly ended the discussion. "If you keep lying to them, he won't stop." That's when panic truly set in. Because if Ambrose was back, and angry, this wasn't a comeback. This was a hunt. Then the second leak dropped. A grainy audio clip surfaced from a hallway camera. a hooded figure pacing, whispering to himself. And one chilling line caught crystal clear, "You chose him." Fans connected it instantly to Rollins, to Roman, to the Shield's collapse. Suddenly, the Royal Rumble attack wasn't about Bron Breakker at all. He was just the opening statement. Social media went nuclear. #Ambrose trended worldwide in under 10 minutes. TikTok creators slowed the footage down to expose the same shoulder roll Ambrose used years ago. The same twitch before striking. The same pause before brutality. WWE legends chimed in with cryptic tweets. One Hall of Famer posted only a black screen and the word, "Run." Behind the scenes, chaos ruled. WWE reportedly issued an internal memo banning the name Dean Ambrose from live broadcasts. Talent were told to redirect questions. PR teams began scrubbing interviews. But fans noticed something worse. Rollins went dark. No posts. No statements. No denials. And that silence screamed louder than any promo ever could. Then came the third and most disturbing revelation. A source leaked that Ambrose had been seen inside the building hours before the Rumble, wearing a production badge under a hood. Security footage allegedly shows him passing 2 checkpoints without being stopped. Either no one recognized him, or no one was brave enough to try. One security guard reportedly quit the next day. The narrative was collapsing. This wasn't an invasion. This was an inside job. And Bron Breakker? Insiders say he demanded answers, and got none. One source claims Bron confronted management directly and asked one question: "Is he coming for me again?" The response? Silence. Because no one knew. Or worse, they did. Rollins finally broke his silence in a closed-door locker room meeting. According to witnesses, his voice cracked. Not with fear, with guilt. "If that's Dean," he said, "then this is my fault." That sentence sent shockwaves through the roster. Because now it wasn't about a masked man anymore. It was about unfinished business, broken brotherhoods, and consequences that never got paid. Fans began to realize the truth. Royal Rumble 2026 wasn't an attack. It wasn't a return. It was a signal. And as more footage surfaced, angles WWE never meant to air, one detail became impossible to ignore. As the masked man walked away from Bron Breakker's broken body, he looked straight into the hard camera and tapped his chest once. The Shield gesture. The crowd never saw it live, but millions saw it later. And that's when everyone understood one terrifying reality. Dean Ambrose wasn't back to wrestle. He was back to settle scores. And Seth Rollins had just put a target on his own back. The moment that Shield gesture surfaced online, WWE lost control of the narrative completely. What had started as speculation turned into mass hysteria. Fans weren't asking if Dean Ambrose was back anymore. They were asking how long he'd been watching. Because that single chest tap wasn't nostalgia. It was a warning. And Seth Rollins knew it. According to multiple locker room sources, Rollins was visibly shaken when the clip reached him. Not angry. Not defensive. Just hollow. One wrestler described it as the look of a man realizing the past just kicked his door down. Rollins reportedly replayed the footage over and over, focusing not on Bron Breakker, but on the walk away. The calm. The control. The restraint. Ambrose didn't flee. He claimed the moment. And then came the message that changed everything. A private DM allegedly hit Rollins' phone less than an hour after the Rumble ended. No name. No photo. Just 6 words. "You don't get to move on." Rollins never responded. Instead, WWE executives were pulled into another emergency meeting. This time, the tone wasn't panic, it was fear. A leaked internal email revealed concern that the masked man had access beyond clearance. Someone had overridden security protocols. Someone knew production timing. Someone knew where cameras wouldn't be. That meant Ambrose didn't just sneak in, he was guided. Fans immediately turned their attention back to Bron Breakker. Why him? Why now? And that's when the internet uncovered a detail WWE desperately wanted buried. Weeks before the Rumble, Bron had reportedly been pitched internally as the future face of chaos. A monster. A disruptor. A new era destroyer. To Ambrose, that wasn't coincidence. That was replacement. Insiders say Bron took the attack personally, not as a rookie mistake or storyline beat, but as a statement. He wasn't afraid. He was insulted. One source claims Bron threw a chair across the locker room after learning about the Ambrose rumors, yelling, "If he wanted my spot, he should have asked." That line alone sent fans spiraling. Because suddenly this wasn't past versus present, it was legacy versus legacy. Then the second leak detonated. A distorted audio clip surfaced from an arena stairwell cam. The voice was unmistakable. Unhinged. Laughing under breath. "They cheer you because they don't know you yet." The timestamp? 30 minutes before the Rumble attack. WWE attempted to copyright strike the clip within minutes, but it was too late. The damage was done. Fans began mapping Ambrose's movements. Timelines emerged. Diagrams. Entry points. One Reddit post went viral claiming Ambrose had been backstage at 3 previous live events, never appearing, never attacking. Just watching. Waiting. Seth Rollins reportedly requested time off television, and was denied. Executives feared that pulling him now would only confirm everything. But keeping him visible came with risks. Every camera shot. Every crowd reaction. Every chant became unpredictable. Ambrose chants broke out during unrelated matches. Signs flooded arenas. WWE couldn't mute it anymore. Then something chilling happened. During a live broadcast days later, Rollins walked past a production monitor and froze. On the screen was a looped replay from the Rumble. Not the attack. The aftermath. The masked man standing over Bron. And in the reflection of the monitor glass, a hooded figure was standing behind Rollins. Security footage cut out seconds later. WWE claimed it was a glitch. Nobody believed them. Backstage paranoia exploded. Wrestlers began traveling in groups. Security doubled. Doors locked that never used to be. One veteran talent allegedly refused to appear unless extra guards were posted. Another asked directly, "Is he allowed in the building?" The response? No answer. And then came the confrontation that nearly broke the company. Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins crossed paths backstage. According to witnesses, Bron didn't yell. He didn't threaten. He got close, too close, and said, "If he's your ghost, don't let him make me his message." Rollins reportedly snapped back, "You don't know him." Bron replied, "Then why am I bleeding?" That exchange leaked instantly. Fans split into camps. Some sided with Rollins, a man haunted by betrayal. Others rallied behind Bron, the new generation being punished for sins they didn't commit. And looming over it all was Ambrose, unseen, unheard, but everywhere. Then WWE made its biggest mistake. They denied everything on air. No mention. No tease. No acknowledgement. Just silence. And that silence was louder than any promo. Because minutes after the denial aired, a final leak dropped, one WWE couldn't erase. A security badge scan. Time stamped. Authorized. Name blurred. But the ID photo was clear. Dean Ambrose. The badge had been issued 3 weeks earlier. That meant one thing. This wasn't a surprise return. This wasn't a rogue appearance. This was planned. Sanctioned by someone. Somewhere. And now nobody knew who to trust. Seth Rollins reportedly saw the badge image last. His reaction? He laughed. Not humor. Not relief. A broken laugh. And then he said something that sent chills through everyone in the room. If they let him in, then they want what's coming. As fans debated, WWE scrambled, and Bron prepared for war, one truth became undeniable. Dean Ambrose wasn't hiding anymore. He was circling. And the next time he showed himself, someone wasn't walking away. Because Royal Rumble 2026 wasn't the crime. It was the invitation. The WWE Universe was on edge. Every arena, every TV screen, every social media feed was buzzing with one question. Where would Dean Ambrose strike next? The masked attack at Royal Rumble 2026 had already shattered expectations, but backstage sources were warning that the worst was yet to come. According to insiders, Ambrose wasn't just a returning figure. He was a force beyond control, a living ghost of chaos that no security protocol could contain. Seth Rollins reportedly spent the days following the Rumble in a haze of panic. Sources say he refused interviews, skipped shows, and demanded multiple private meetings with WWE officials. The leaked audio from one meeting reveals him saying, "If he touches me, everything we built dies. I know him, and he won't stop." Officials were said to be panicking, realizing that Ambrose had bypassed every system they had in place, entering arenas unnoticed, walking freely through corridors, and manipulating cameras and staff without anyone realizing it. Meanwhile, Bron Breakker's paranoia reached unprecedented levels. According to one insider, Bron demanded personal security detail and live monitoring during every WWE event, citing that the attacker could return at any moment. He was training harder than ever, but sources suggest that every slam, every suplex, and every drill had one thought in mind: survival. Fans speculated online that Bron was preparing for a final showdown, but nobody expected the scale of what was coming. The tension exploded during a live SmackDown broadcast. Rollins was in the ring, addressing the fans, when the arena lights flickered and went out completely. Gasps erupted from the crowd. Security cameras caught a hooded figure slipping behind the barricades, unseen by anyone. When the lights returned, all fans saw was a chair rolling slowly across the floor. No masked man, no explanation. Social media immediately lit up with theories, clips, and GIFs. Hashtags like #AmbroseIsBack and #MaskedMystery trended worldwide within minutes. Insider leaks claim the figure had walked past multiple security checkpoints undetected, sending WWE security into a complete meltdown. Then came the first real confrontation. Backstage footage, leaked anonymously online, showed Ambrose cornering Seth Rollins in a hallway. Rollins was visibly panicked, trying to block him. According to the leak, Ambrose whispered in a voice fans hadn't heard in years, "You left me behind once. Not again." The footage ends with a loud crash. Fans assume Rollins fell to the ground, though the rest remains unseen. This video went viral in minutes, with fans theorizing about the intensity of Ambrose's vendetta. Analysts debated whether it was scripted or real. Nobody knew, but everybody believed it. Meanwhile, McMahon officials reportedly held emergency meetings. Internal memos revealed that the masked man's return had caused chaos at every level. Talent were in fear. Executives were in fear. Even commentary teams were advised to remain neutral, avoid speculation, and keep the broadcast tight. But leaks had already spread, and fans were dissecting every promo, every entrance, every body language cue. Every reaction from Rollins, Bron, or anyone remotely connected to the Shield was scrutinized frame by frame. The next attack came in the middle of a live event. Footage shows Ambrose dropping from the rafters, targeting Bron Breakker with a rapid series of strikes. The crowd erupted into panic, thinking someone had been seriously hurt. Insider reports confirmed that Bron sold the attack perfectly, keeping the drama alive while Ambrose executed a controlled, highly calculated sequence. This moment, leaked widely online, solidified Ambrose's reputation as both unpredictable and devastatingly strategic. Fans immediately began analyzing every angle, comparing Ambrose's movements to old matches, noting his signature strikes, pauses, and psychological intimidation tactics. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins became increasingly unstable. According to multiple insiders, Rollins began avoiding contact with anyone backstage, shutting down meetings, and showing visible anxiety whenever Ambrose's name was mentioned. Leaked audio captures him muttering to himself, "I can't let him see me sweat. I can't let him know I'm scared." Social media quickly picked up on this, creating a viral narrative of Rollins being hunted not just physically, but psychologically. Memes, fan edits, and conspiracy theories exploded across TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. #Rollins vs. Ambrose became a trending topic within hours. The drama escalated further when WWE accidentally aired a backstage monitor feed during a commercial break. Fans online immediately spotted Ambrose in the shadows, watching Breakker from a distance. No one in the arena noticed. The footage sparked millions of online discussions, with fans claiming this confirmed Ambrose's calculated stalking, proving he wasn't just attacking, he was sending a message. Leaked sources confirmed that WWE had scrambled to remove the feed from servers, but the screenshots and clips had already gone viral, making it impossible to contain. Then came the climactic confrontation at a pay-per-view event. Bron and Ambrose finally faced each other in the ring. Reports suggest it wasn't a standard match, it was psychological warfare. Ambrose stalked the ring perimeter, disappearing behind curtains, reappearing unexpectedly, forcing Bron to defend continuously. Rollins, positioned at ringside, visibly panicked. Insider footage claims Rollins whispered repeatedly to officials, "He's reading him, everything he does he knows." The match escalated into chaos, with tables shattered, chairs flying, and both competitors narrowly avoiding catastrophic injuries. Every fan in the arena was on their feet, screaming, as social media exploded in real time with live reactions, hashtags, and viral clips. The final moments were nothing short of legendary. Ambrose cornered Bron, executed a signature maneuver, then paused mid-ring. The crowd went silent. He looked directly at Rollins, silently mouthing, "This is yours." And then, in a shocking twist, he retired to the shadows without finishing the attack, leaving Bron standing, shaken but alive, and leaving Rollins visibly broken. This moment immediately became one of the most discussed segments in WWE history, with viral clips topping millions of views within hours. Analysts, celebrities, and wrestling fans dissected every second, debating Ambrose's motives, next moves, and the future of WWE storylines. Backstage, leaks claim that Rollins finally collapsed into a chair, exhausted and terrified. Officials reportedly had to calm him down while simultaneously managing fan backlash, media scrutiny, and social media chaos. Bron Breakker, meanwhile, was reportedly in a mix of relief and lingering paranoia. According to insiders, both Rollins and Bron now operate with the knowledge that Ambrose could strike anywhere, anytime, and the WWE Universe believes it too. By the end of the night, one thing was clear: Royal Rumble 2026 wasn't just an attack. It was a psychological masterclass, a storyline upheaval, and a viral media storm all rolled into one. Dean Ambrose had returned, unseen but everywhere, to rewrite the rules, humiliate the new generation, and leave the WWE Universe desperate, obsessed, and addicted to every leaked clip, rumor, and insider revelation. And even after the lights went out, the crowds left, and the cameras shut down, fans online knew it was far from over. Ambrose was still out there, watching, planning, waiting. And the next viral moment, the next shocking attack, the next betrayal, was already coming. Royal Rumble 2026 had ended, but the hunt had only begun. Dean Ambrose returning as the masked attacker, Bron Breakker targeted, Seth Rollins panicking, the chaos, betrayal, and jaw-dropping drama are just the beginning. This isn't just wrestling. This is WWE at its most unpredictable, explosive, and viral. And you can be the first to witness every shocking twist, secret revelation, and insider leak before anyone else. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because our channel breaks down every moment, every move, every behind-the-scenes secret from the Rumble attack and beyond. We're talking leaked messages, backstage chaos, celebrity reactions, viral social media clips, and full breakdowns of the storylines WWE doesn't want you to see. If you love drama, suspense, and jaw-dropping betrayals, this is your ultimate WWE HQ. Comment below, who shocked you the most, Ambrose, Breakker, or Rollins? Which move left you speechless? Your fan theories might be featured in our next video, and we highlight the most viral fan reactions every week. Share this video with every WWE fan you know because everyone needs to see how Ambrose returned and shook the WWE Universe. From the moment he attacked Bron to the psychological warfare that followed,